bless everyone. Hope everyone is well. So here, back again, another episode of Read in Between the Lines. Just first of all, just tapping in with yourself. Hope you're staying good. You know, it's been locked down. It's pretty much been a bit of a difficult time for a lot of people, indoors, myself included. And it feels as though it's dragging on a little bit now. And I hope, as well as probably you do as well, that we kind of get to some form of normality soon. So yeah, just literally tapping in with yourself. And if you have got any issues that you feel like you're struggling to deal with, speak to a friend, speak to someone close to you. Even myself, my DMs, my messages are always open and I'm always willing to help. So yeah, in today's episode of Read in Between the Lines, I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself, what do I genuinely want to cover today? And I was thinking, there's a few things and there's a few, burning desires, as I've just touched here with lockdown and how you could be feeling. But I thought the key for me and the key message I really wanted to get across today was the importance of energy. And when I say energy, I don't mean this per se in a spiritual context, because to be honest, I'm not the most informed within that angle and that aspect to sit here today and tell you, about law of attraction. I know the basics, but I don't want to speak on something because you don't know what you don't know. So in terms of energy, I mean it in terms of who are you giving yourself to? Who are you giving your time to? Who do you surround yourself with? What are the people and who are the people that say they care about you, they're there for you? Are you giving more than you receive? Is that part of your nature? There are a lot of people I've met personally who are genuinely those people, and you can't knock them for giving themselves, and you, if anything, you take your hats off to them. But me personally, I will always be there for my friends, always be there for my family, but I'm a bit more self-aware, and I realized over the last year, you can give yourself and keep giving and giving and giving, but you can't give if you've got nothing to give. Often you kind of pouring from that empty cup per se. And this last year, that's something I had to learn and start giving back to myself and fill up my own glass so I can actually reap some of, my rewards, and the people around me can soak as much energy, knowledge and game from me. So straight into it, that's the basis of what I'm going to touch on today, and hopefully you take a few gems and you can implement this in your life. So the important aspect right now that I wanted to touch on is surroundings in terms of your friends. Dan Pena covered something amazing on an old London Real podcast, and he says, on a piece of paper, you could do this now if you're listening, put your short-term goals, medium-term goals and your long-term goals. Align them now. If you want to do that now, pause it. That's great. I'd recommend it. If you know them off the top of your head, just have a quick thought. So he says, now that you've got your goals here on this piece of paper, from a whole week, look at who you are talking to. So from Sunday midnight to, Saturday 11:59, a whole week, look at those interactions that you have had. So whether that be 40, 30, 20, 50, 60 people, look at who you've had interactions with. On that list of people there, the main crux of the people will not change. You're going to have your family, the people that you live with, maybe business partners as myself, and there'll be a lot of friends maybe that are on that list, people you talk to or colleagues at work, which you can't control. But those friends, those relationships that you really put energy into, so those people right there, have a look at every single person on that list, and genuinely look at that list and start thinking, to the conversations and the energy that I'm giving these individuals, do they align in any capability or any capacity to my goals and my dreams, which I'm trying to push and strive for? So have a look at that. That's an exercise I would encourage you to state and really carry on with. And that's something Dan Pena said. And then when he said that before, when I kind of looked at it from a straight objective standpoint, took my subjectiveness away, my feelings away, stood away, and I looked at it from that reasonable person as you were meant to do. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm giving energy to too many people. And it's not even that I don't want to have a good conversation. It's more that, what am I actually learning? What am I benefiting? And I hope that doesn't make me sound as though I'm trying to draw from everyone else and I think I'm better than anyone else. But it's understanding that you know what you're striving for. You know what you bring to the table. I know what I bring to my table, because I know what my table wants to look like. And it's realizing that some people around you often don't bring a thing at all. And if anything, they're just eating from the table whilst you're cooking the dinners, making the meals, and they're just turning up to eat. And if they're the people you want around yourself, that's fine. We've got no problem with that. I've had a lot of those people around me. But understand, once again, when you've got your goals written out on a piece of paper in front of yourself, then you will start looking at certain people and think, actually, it doesn't make any sense. That friendship isn't good for me. And it's not to say that you need to start looking at your friends and cutting off and Xing friends, but you've got friends for certain things, in my opinion. So, sorry, I have some friends myself, great people, and they teach me resilience, how to keep grafting, grinding, any of my troubles in life that I need to stick at, I need to stick towards. They teach me that aspect. And that's what I learn from them. They're not going to necessarily tell me how to sort the finances for my company, but I don't need them to do that. That's something, that has no value. The resilience, that's something I want to learn and something that I take great strength and character from. So it's not saying everyone has to bring tangibles forward, but I think once you start surrounding yourself with more and more individuals and you elevate your knowledge and you learn more and you branch out, you learn new things. And I was reading a book called Extreme You. It might be up there, you might be able to see it. Great book by Sarah O'Hagan. Hopefully I said her name right. But literally, she talks about this notion and this ideology of being an extremist. So when we say extremist, we mean there's people out here that are extremers. We go to the max and the nth degree. But often when you surround yourself in a room and you're the only extremer, the only way to develop is to find other people that really are extremers just like you, that go to that nth degree, that really want to progress. And often you can be surrounded in a room and surrounded in an environment with other people who honestly aren't extremers like yourself. So you sit there and you long for kind of these challenges and look for ways to develop, and people that get your blood going, get you ticking, get your brain functioning well. And it's only when you start to surround yourself with more people that you learn that you really don't know everything. And that's the ideology. And for me, sometimes I sit back and I've got confidence in what I do. I'd like to think I'm an optimist. I like to believe what I'm working for, and I see how it looks, and I feel as though I'm here now. I used to be back there. I see the journey, I'm walking, and I can get there. And the only way to sometimes really, really humble yourself, she talks about and she mentions, is when you put yourself around people that are really doing what they do and they're steps ahead. So for example, me today, if I went to play tennis with Roger Federer, I play tennis with Roger Federer, he's top tier. I might think I'm good at everything I can do. I play tennis with Roger Federer and it's a reality check. Raheem, you're not good at everything you do. Relax. Some people really do things better than yourself, and that's something I'm prepared to learn, and I want to learn, because I know that only makes me a better person. And that isn't me saying that I need to go and become better than Roger Federer. It's me understanding that there's people I can learn from, and I'm one who will go away and work hard, come back and play again, and be like, fair play, you've actually really tried, and you can learn things from certain people. So I think it's key to understand your circles. What are you really learning? How are you developing? Because it's Jim Rohn. Everybody's heard that same comment, the same notion, that same statement of you're the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. So realistically right now, have a look at the 5 people around you. Have a look to your left and your right, your friends, the 5 people in the group chat, and think to yourself, what do we actually all do as a collective? I don't know, are you sitting there talking nonsense, talking about your favourite TV shows, And that's fine. If you're happy doing that, that's okay. But if you're really, really saying you want to, you know, work in the opera and help manage artists, can we not get in touch with those type of people? There's LinkedIn now. Can we not start messaging those people to build meaningful connections? So one of the tasks I was set by my business coach, Jackie Cummings, so a little bit of a plug for her as well. Great woman. She's got tons of experience. She's helped me, been a great sounding board for all my crazy ideas. And we were talking about this whole idea that you don't know what you don't know. And she's tasked me of going onto LinkedIn, looking at businesses that I like, looking at, for example, someone who heads up finance, because I'm doing the finances for my own company right now, and it's something I'm trying to learn off the cuff. As you can see, there's this business book for dummies. I'm literally reading as I'm going along. I don't know what I don't know. And that's not to say I can't learn this, but why not surround myself with people who know the answers? Because you want to be in the rooms where you aren't the smartest person there. You want to go into a room and think, oh my gosh, I'm out of my depth right now. For example, swimming. If you swam all day, every day, myself, I'm 6'1", 6'2". If I'm swimming in the shallow end, am I really going to learn to swim? Probably not. But the moment I go into the deep end and I start doing lengths and I can't put my feet on the floor, I'm forced to progress. And I think a lot of people, we aren't mindful enough of our energy and the energy we give to other people. A lot of individuals as well are here in relationships. I speak to a lot of people and they've been in relationships for years, not happy, know it's not the right person for them, but they stick around grafting and grinding at something, even though someone clearly isn't, you know, appreciating them and isn't giving them the right energies. So why would you stay around? You have to protect your energy. You have one life, and I truly believe in this one life, yes, go and do what makes you happy, but we all deserve this idea of greatness. We all have the capability, the capacity, and the potential to get here. But the true question is, it's having the mindset and having the steps and the recipe to really go and get to where you deserve to be. And I think if you're sitting around all day, surrounding yourself with people, let's be honest, some people are just negative. You could be in the friends, like I'm in a few group chats. I could be in a chat with stocks and shares, for example. I'm seeing 4, 5, 6 people. Yeah, invested 6 grand, 4 grand, 3 grand, 7 grand, 8 grand. I could talk to certain people and say, or even my mom per se, you know, old fashioned. Ooh, I don't know about that, Rakeem. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to risk. It's a lot of money to waste. But that's the energy there. You won't ever going to change that relationship because it's my mother. And she wholeheartedly has done so many sacrifices, teaches me once again resilience, determination, hard work every single day. But you can learn other things from other people. And this is what I mean. Be mindful of the energy. If you have people that are those negative individuals around you and they're your close friends and all they are is negative, but you know, when it wasn't lockdown and the first thing to do was go out and all they want to do is go out every weekend, but they know that you're saving up because you want to go make this investment, but they still say, oh, come out, oh, I've got you, don't worry about it, you can come out this weekend, I'll pay. You might say I'll pay, but one, you might end up paying anyway, and two, the time you were spending there, you could have been putting it into yourself. And some people just don't understand that. But I promise you, these dreams, these ambitions that you have, so many people do understand that. And I think we need to start reaching out to people who have been where you have been, because there is a genuine blueprint for success. Successful people do what successful people do. I say it time and time again. And there will be masses of individuals who have genuinely been where you have been. So that is everything for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took away a few nuggets. As we always say, you know, follow me on the Instagram at Rakeem Reed. What does everyone else normally say? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff there. I appreciate you tapping in. We're going to keep coming, more gems, pushing for success. And whilst we're at it, stay reading in between the lines. Out.